Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name's Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about a show that recently came on that I was sort of kind of looking forward to because I thought the trailers looked interesting. It's starring, I believe his name is Brad Dourif. I think his name's Brad Dourif. And if you wonder who Brad Dourif is, he was Deacon Frost in the Blade movies. Now, Brad Dourif's been in a lot of stuff since then, but really he's kind of been one of those actors who never had their big break, who's been in small things, straight-to-DVD things. He's been in small roles on the side, but he's never really gotten his own break. And, and seeing the trailer, and the show is called Deputy. Now, Deputy is and it's on Fox. Now, Deputy on Fox was, it seemed kind of intriguing. It's about this, and just to give you a good descriptor of it, it's about an LA deputy, who's given responsibilities because the sheriff of LA County dies, and there's like this 20-year-old rule that states that in a case that the sheriff dies without coming up with a successor without writing out a successor or selecting a successor, the oldest member of his crew becomes the new sheriff, and he happens to be the oldest member of the crew. Now, everyone in LA, all the other other departments and other big wigs, of the FBI and other things, don't want Bill Hollister is the main character, is the deputy who becomes the sheriff, and they play him. And the thing is, this show disappointed me a lot. The show, and the reason I'm even reviewing it is because I see the potential in this show. First of all, the show plays up the Western vibe because it's kind of a reinterpretation of the old the Deputy show from way long time ago. I believe it was definitely a long time ago. They didn't even have fucking color television when that show came out, but it's in a reimagining of that story, just kind of updated till today. So if you even go on IMDb or go on just Google, it'll pop up as Western. It won't pop up as drama / Western or this. It just pops up as Western. And the problem with this show is that it is not subtle whatsoever. Everything you think, it does. There's no surprises in this show. If you think something's gonna happen, it happens. It is not as well written as it thinks it is, and they do these over dramatic blow up moments where, like, Brad Dourif's character, Bill Hollister, will give this rawing speech or this fuck you guys, like for instance, just to kind of do some table setting for the story so far. It's only been one episode, but the story so far. Bill's character in the community of LA is known as basically they play him off like damn it, is it Riggs or Murtaugh? Riggs. They play him up like Riggs, or is it Murtaugh? Shit. I always get those two confused with Lethal Weapons because it's been so long since I've seen it. But they play him up like, I'm gonna just go with Riggs. They play him up like Riggs from the Lethal Weapons movies, where he's this kind of on the edge guy who's good at heart, who's a good guy, and he's a generally good dude who has nothing but good intentions, and they're kind of playing him up like the only honest, like one of the few honest cops in a world, in an area in a city where a lot of cops would rather save their own skin or save their own ass, or would rather do the easy thing instead of doing the hard work to get true justice. And that's the way they play him up. He's this rugged, Wolverine-ish, like, cause with the gruff, he's this rugged, gruff guy with a heart who is, I'm gonna do the right thing no matter what. And they kind of play it up like, cause the first thing scene you see is him being recommended for alerting a bunch of illegal immigrants that they were coming into that they were running a like not an operation because none of these immigrants were like carrying weapons. Just they were gonna come in and bust, and because they figured out where some immigrants were staying, and they were gonna come in and bust them up. And he said, and you know, and he gave them a tip so that a lot of them got away. And that's the first thing. And he's all you know, he's this knight in shining armor with the beard. Like they really do play him up like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they're so blunt about it. And that's the biggest description of the deputy so far as I've seen it. It is just super blunt. It is super blunt. Everything is spelled out for you. I swear to God, you're gonna just choreograph everything that's gonna happen in this show. You are. Right down to these guys are giving him shit at the beginning. These higher ups are giving him shit, and he's like, well, fuck you guys. Take my badge then. All right, I did the right thing. And he's doing that thing. And you knew the moment that he was elected sheriff because he happened to be from seniority because of this crazy rule. And what's the first thing he does? He fires them. And then they play that ding, 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 ding. They do that a bunch of times. Whenever he says anything of speech, like anything, they go ding, 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 ding. He's a badass. And literally the show feels so, you know what the show feels like? It feels like one of those old school 80s / early 90s action movies. Where everything's so over exaggerated. The good guy gets this crazy, dialogue, gets this crazy zinger, and everyone's just like, ooh, he's so bad. Ooh, you're not supposed to be doing that, sir. Ooh, you're outside of the rule. Like the way they ooh, you're a rebel. And it's like they beat you over the head with that. This show has such good, because I actually like Brad Dourif's Bill Hollister as a character. There's something there. He's got the gruff, he's got the attitude down, he's got the makeup to play this character better than with this. This is just a bad script, man. It really is. This is an amateurish script. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. I don't know. I know I'm nobody. I usually don't talk about scripts, but I'm watching this show and I'm like, they are fast forward. They get through the 50 billion cop tropes, like tropes with cops that you've seen in movies, within the first 30 minutes. Literally, once he gets in position, he starts changing things. He feels guilty for the death of his partner. This is the first episode. He feels guilty for the death of his partner. There's the detail. There's someone he's supposed to work with and he really doesn't want to work with, and they have no reason to like each other because he's not treated her very well, and she's kind of been a buck up hit, and she's kind of been weird to him. And literally within the first 30 minutes, they eat a taco together, have a brief conversation where she explains that she's a lesbian. He has a brief conversation, pretty much going, "Oh, well, I don't care about that. I'm cool with that. I don't really care about if you're a lesbian or not. Free will." And she's like, "You know what? Now we're cool." That's basically what happened. Some of this stuff, and then there's a whole story with his partner's son being a detective. Being a cop, he's a prison guard right now, but he probably will move up. I'm sure. I don't know how the police system works, but he's starting off as a prison guard, and and there's a whole thing about him he might not be ready for this, dude. And that gets resolved in the same episode. Everything, and then there's a little tit with his wife where you think, oh, maybe him and his wife have a beef, not beef, but like a kind of strainish relationship because his partner apparently died on his wife's operating table. Yes, his wife is a nurse. Go fucking figure. Cop trope 55. This show is just, I don't know what's with it, man. It is just poorly written. There are so many, there's so good things here. The whole him and his assistant, or whatever, his bodyguard or whatever that they assigned to him, being friends in the first episode, that should have been something that lingered out. That should have been something that went a couple episodes and started to break down. The whole her telling him that she's lesbian, that should have been something that was revealed later. I didn't need that. The whole him and his wife pretty much reconciling immediately over him sort of not blaming his wife for the death of his partner, but kind of going, but kind of like being reminded of it. The whole, there's so many things they throw at you, and they do all the cop stuff up top, and they don't take their time with any of this. This is not a well-organized show. They throw everything at you. The only good thing is Brad Dourif as Bill Hollister, but even he can't really hold this down. I'm gonna watch the second episode on Thursday when it comes out, but I don't know. I might come back if it gets better. I'll come out and make a review and tell you it got better. But if it doesn't, I'm not making another review for it. As of right now, The Deputy is probably one of my biggest disappointments because I saw the trailers for it and I was kind of excited. I was like, awesome, a cop movie, awesome, cop movie about this badass cop. Who turned sheriff. He shouldn't be in this position. Will the pressure get to him? Will he be forced to fold and do things he doesn't want to do? Will it put a strain on his marriage? And no. Which I didn't need all that in the first episode, but they resolved so much shit in the first episode that it left me like, is this gonna be? I thought it was gonna I'm like, okay, so I guess you guys are going for more of a episodic criminal drama, because I thought you guys were going for like a journey of him having to deal with this position and eventually getting it. But now I don't know. Now I'm like, you guys just flew through all like this stuff in like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna give this show, the first episode at least, it's got to be a 4 out of 10. I'm so disappointed. I was hoping for better. Damn it, Brad Dourif. I want you to do better. I loved you in Blade. I haven't really seen you do anything else because I thought you were gonna take off. So thank you guys for joining me on the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe. See you in the next one.